Travis and I have been noticing a pattern the last few days, and well, there goes a trailer load now on the highway. Someone just went by with a trailer load of round bales, and that's a sight to see because over the last few years, no one's really bothered to make hay because they didn't want to put the effort into it. Since corn and bean prices were so high, everyone just figured, you know what, corn and beans are doing it for me, so just let the pastures sit. What you're seeing this year, Travis and I had been driving around the countryside. We've been seeing that people are out there cutting some pretty steep, hilly pastures and then baling it, and that's pretty surprising to us because no one over the last few years really did it, and it had been kind of, you never really saw it, I guess. You saw it in some places, but a lot of farmers never even bothered. You saw a heck of a lot of pastures just sitting empty, and you're starting to see less of that happening because beef prices are so high. People are starting to want to buy back into the cattle business because corn and beans aren't making money anymore like they used to, which it changes from year to year. I mean, some years are good for some things and then other years are bad for others. But what we're doing is we have a pasture across the road at Travis's place, and that used to always be complete pasture, but this year we went through and we put down the field up on top of the hill to corn like we always used to, but we haven't been doing it over the last few years, or decades I should say. But the bottom down there hasn't been pastured this year because there's a fence that ran between the field and the pasture, and it has been in misrepair because since we had that entire thing in the pasture, there was really no point in fixing it up. So we plan on doing that sometime this summer. We haven't really gotten to it yet because we just got over planting. We're just getting into first crop hay. Once we get through first crop, hopefully we'll find some time to get on some of those things, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, I think we're planning on putting some of my cows down there, but you know, the time will come. So we went through and we baled the bottom down there because you might as well just not let it grow up to grass. I mean, it's just like what everybody else is doing. You can make some pretty good money on hay. We did last year. What happens is that cattle will eat grass bales too, but some of the horse farmers in the area, or horse ranchers, will buy up those grass bales since horses can't eat alfalfa, so they buy up all the grass bales that they can to feed the horses. And we have a horse ranch not that far from here, maybe 7 miles, and there's probably more than that within a 7-mile radius. There's just a big one, a big new one that I know of just south of us. So like I said, Travis and I are out here making bales, and I'm hauling them in to put them into storage until we get ready to sell them. So be sure to check out my other videos, guys, and I know this kind of gets repetitive, yada yada. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out my other videos. Be sure to subscribe, yada yada. But yeah, be sure to do subscribe because a lot of you aren't subscribing. You just come back and keep watching my videos because you can't stay away, right? I know that's what it is. Anyway, like I said, be sure to check us out on Facebook, and be sure to check out my website, howfarmswork.com, and check out the clothing that we have on there. That's about it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. I had a guy ask me in one of my more recent videos if we had two 7400s, and this is not a 7400, this is a 7600. The 7600 has a larger frame than the 7400, and it has more weight. Now, the 7400 that we did have was sold, so we do not have that tractor anymore, and the 7600 is the only 7000 series that we have as of right now. There's a story I heard on the news a couple days ago And it was about a couple who went to a Chili's restaurant, and they got their food, they got their drinks, what else not? Well, I guess the waiter was kind of off-putting to them. They kind of could tell that he wasn't treating them very nicely, I guess. And they went to leave and they asked for refills in their drinks. Well, the waiter didn't bring them refills, so they asked him again. They said that he seemed kind of annoyed, and he went and finally got him drinks. Well, I guess the guy went and took a sip of his drink and whatnot. It had a cap on it, and when he went to take the drink, the cap fell off. I don't know if it popped off because the way he was holding it or whatever, but he looked down inside and there was some dark stuff floating in it, and I guess it was a loogie. So they thought that the waiter spit in their drinks for whatever reason. I don't know if he had some beef against them or whatnot, but they hired a private investigator. They were so upset, and the private investigator went to the waiter and asked him to take for a DNA swab, for a saliva swab, and he agreed to it for some reason. And I guess 3 months after, it took 3 months to get the DNA test back, and it came back positive. So the waiter was charged with disorderly conduct. And I don't know about anybody else here, but I don't know if the waiter had known him from anybody else, but if you know somebody and they burned you in one way or another, if they've, treated you badly in some way or another, and especially if you work in a public service job, as a waiter, you really shouldn't hold your personal aggressions against anybody, because it can really come back on you. And as a farmer, that is a huge one, because if you don't treat people nicely as a farmer, well, there's many different ways that could benefit you, but I'm going to stick to one in particular. Let's say you go to the store, something broke, and you have to go and you're looking for a part. It's an outdated piece of equipment, and the store doesn't have it, so you leave the store screaming. And these are true stories, you hear about this all the time. And you leave the store screaming, and the people who are in there are just like, ooh, okay, we just don't carry that part anymore, it's way outdated. There are places where you can get parts like that, but some people like to take out their aggression by screaming at the people who are trying to help you. But if you treat people nicely, even if they can't help you, it could benefit you in the long run. Let's say, like that, you're missing a part. Okay, let's say that you also work another job off the farm with someone else who farms, and they have the piece of equipment that you need to fix whatever it is that you have. So if you go to work every day and you treat that person badly, you ignore them, or you just don't treat them that well, you're not nice to them, you don't say hi to them, whatever. But then that one day, you get to talking with them and you say, hey, you start to tell your backstory. You say, I'm missing this part because it broke and I can't find it anywhere. Your friend could say, hey, I have that exact piece of equipment and I don't even use it anymore, so you could have it for free if you want it, or maybe they'll charge you less for it and what it's actually worth. And that's one of the benefits of treating people nicely. And I don't get why some people don't understand that, because if you treat people badly and you go to work and you treat that person badly, you ignore them, they could easily not tell you that they have that part in the first place, or they could charge you way more than what the part's actually worth, or what you would have gotten them to give it to you for free. So what I'm just trying to say is that treating people nicely really can benefit you. There's so many people in this world who don't understand that. I mean, we treat everybody nice because, well, we don't really have anything against them. We don't, we get along with just about everybody. So, and that has come back to benefit us, because we help other people and they come back and help us. It's just the way the world works. If you treat someone badly, they're going to treat you badly, and that's not a very good thing. So what I'm just trying to drive home to everybody, even if you're not a farmer and you're watching this video, if you see somebody on the street that stop and say hi to them. Stop and talk to them, shoot a little crap with them and let them go on their way, because even just saying hi to somebody can really improve their day, and that can have a huge impact on people, and it could benefit you in the long run too. And some people don't understand that, and it doesn't make any sense. Treat people nice. Our neighbors right over the fence have got the same idea. They're baling before the rain comes too. They're pretty good guys.
Here I go, here I go, here I go.